How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? I'm gonna be talking about um two things. Like first, iPhones. What the fuck? I literally own an Pro, iPhone 14 Pro Max, and I had it now for about 2 years. Cycling through last year being the 15, and then this year they're releasing the 16. And what's new? Just a camera, a button, and AI. And I'm like, wow, that is so innovating, I guess. I don't know, man. Like for me personally, I'm not gonna drop a band for a fucking phone when I'm trying to make my phone last. Like that's how I am. I don't care if my iPhone gets slower or whatever. All I need is to play music, watch YouTube and anime, and like text and call. Like I don't really use phones for like the base, like everything about it. Like I wanted to try an iPhone for a while now, and I got the opportunity to do it now since I got one. And there's still a lot of things that I am not used to using an iPhone, and there's many features that I'm still discovering of how iPhones work, because I'm not like, I almost have this phone for 2 years. And let me tell you something, I am not an expert on iPhones. I don't know what the fuck they can do. I don't know what or how or whatever. I just know the basic functioning shit. It has Bluetooth. Cool. It can screen record. Cool. The only thing is new is the new, the Siri thing. But that's about it. Just saying, hey, Siri. But yeah, I don't want to fucking do that to my phone after I'm just now recording this, but yeah, basic shit. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I don't really use it for like the best camera quality. I can really give less of a shit. I mean, it just needs to look good, not like perfect, not like Leonardo da Vinci Mona Lisa painting fucking perfect. Like it's just like just a normal phone, and I appreciate FaceTime. Like that's literally it. That is literally it. There's no reason for me personally to like grab an iPhone every single year with minor changes. I didn't even know that iPhones before had a headset port on them, and they got rid of that. Why? I don't know. I use Bluetooth headphones. I use the Beats. They're my favorites. That's fun or whatever. And then 15, they only changed the charging port to a C type now. So I'm like, oh wow, so I could have just waited, because that's the only thing that accepts me, because I have a lot of Type C chargers. Like, bruh, like y'all are, the iPhone is now coming out with a new phone with a Type C. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I had to spend. I don't want to complain that I spent money on like cables, but it's just like, man, like I spent like maybe 4 or 5, no, probably around 6 cords of iPhone chargers, or iPhone cords, because I lost one, and I lost two of them, and then the other four, 3 or 4, I don't know how many I remember, they're just all like backups, and they're just like one for my car so I can have Apple Play. That I'm kind of grateful for, and just backups, and then for my room obviously. But it's just like, man, that's like crazy that like I just, like, my first iPhone experience, that I should have just waited so I can just use all the like loaded amounts of Type C chargers that I have accumulated over the years, because I had a Samsung, I had a Galaxy, I had an A1, I had an LG. I had basically any type of Android that wasn't an iPhone. So it's just like, okay, cool. So understanding and learning is like, wow, really nice and refreshing. Like, cool, like it's a different phone. It's unique to me. So now, since they're coming out with that, the 15, I'm like, okay, nothing that much. I heard and saw videos of how fucking easily and fractured that you can break the iPhone. So it's just like, oh, okay, cool. And now they're announcing the 16. I'm like, what are they gonna do? They added a voice, like a new AI, and a button. So I'm like, that's funny. Could never be me. Because I thought about it, like I was thinking when I'm gonna recycle my phone. I'm probably thinking like probably in about maybe 4. I'll give myself maybe 4 more years before I get myself a new phone. You know, that's how I am. Or if my phone starts to fuck up, then probably sooner. Because that's where I'm at. Because I was taught at a really young age to be conservative and to treat things, you know, treat my belongings like they're prized possessions, make sure I take care of it, and then it can last longer. So it's just like, I only got like maybe 3 or 4 cracks on my phone for me being reckless. But, no need for me to get a new phone if I could just get it fixed. Since, the internet is just going bonkers right now of Apple releasing it. And it's just like, wow, the whole community is just like, wow, Apple didn't do anything new. Well, of course, they recycle the phone every single year. I didn't know Apple does this yearly. Like, I kept under the radar of like with iPhones and everything because it wasn't really like my interest at the time. But, as of recently, since they came out with Pro, I'm like, I might for that, and I got it. So it's just like, well, hip hip hooray. Not trying to downplay anybody here, but it's just like kind of ridiculous of how, yeah, like Apple is just releasing, like, and now I know that Apple is releasing phones every year, and they didn't even like this. They even like put the AI shit that they're putting onto the 16 to the 15. They're apparently now discontinuing that in the iPhone X and 10. I'm like, bro, like what? Like, man, what is Apple doing? I guess they don't want people to keep spending more money after they're now, making like a new phone with the same shit. It's just like, man, like, what is the difference between my 14 Pro Max and this new one? Like, you can't, like, bro, like, you can't convince me to get a new iPhone. Like, you really can't. It's just so fucking stupid. Well, let's see with the iPhone 17, 18, 19, fucking 20. Like, bro, I'll look back on this video whenever the iPhone 18 or like 19 or 20 comes out, and I'll just go back to this video. I'm like, bro, if iPhone makes a drastic new change and everything, I'll buy it. I'll buy it and I'll shut up about it or something. And it's just really funny. Whole community is just like on the same page with that. Nothing new, and they should wait. And as they should, because iPhone really, as far as I'm looking at it, iPhone really hasn't done anything new with their phones. Like fucking Samsung over here is making a fucking flip phone, fucking bring back flip phones, and fucking Samsung is the first one to make a touchscreen flip phone. Like, that is the most impressive thing I ever seen technological on the technical side of things, because it's just like, how in the world, like, that still blows my mind seeing it. Like, you're making like a screen, a foldable screen phone. Like, what? Like, dude, that's just like innovating right there. And that's like my one thing. It's just like, that's what I was thinking about. Like, maybe like one day I might get a Samsung because that folding shit is so fucking cool. As long as it's like really convenient, because iPhones, they are big as fuck. Of course, I got the Pro Max, so it's kind of like a little bit heavy, but I don't really mind it. That's just me. But yeah, enough about iPhones. PS5 Pro. Another thing with that, PS5, I saw the trailer and everything. It really didn't look anything new or different. Only just have more graphical advancements, and they're adding AI to it. And I'm like, cool. Like, I don't regret buying the Spider-Man 2 edition for my PS5 because, one, I had the PS4 and I wanted to get a PS5 because obviously for me, I feel like, I really want to play those Sony games really fucking badly because they have fucking good games. I'm currently playing fucking God of War. Well, not currently playing, but I'm playing some of, Sony's games right now. And I'm like, man, like, for me, I'm just glad I get to play those PlayStation games that I always wanted to play. And I'm probably going to get that new PlayStation Plus probably for like a temporary while, so I can play some of the video games but not really use it all the time because I'm not really, you know active. I'm not being an active gamer as I used to be, but it's just like nice and convenient, and there's just, so much games, so much great games that I have to give props for Sony of creating and everything throughout the years. And it's just like, damn, that exclusivity is such a bitch. So I don't really regret buying a PS5, but like, if I had all the money in the world and you're trying to convince me to sell a PS4 Pro and it's nothing different and you're gonna cap that shit at almost $800, it's just kind of ridiculous to me because we're still dealing with inflation and everything that's going on in the world, especially in America here. And I don't know if Sony was thinking, let's just, make another PS5 and let's barely put anything new into it. So that way we can still cash out and scam our fucking diehard PlayStation loyal fans. It's just like, man, that's shitty. That's just real shitty because I thought they were gonna come out with like a PS4 or a PS5 Slim or whatever to increase more internal hard drive or internal storage capacity more and have better performance. This one is just barely noticeable unless you were making a video comparing both, PS5 and PS5 Pro. But it's just like, that's just really weird to me. And I heard rumors that Sony and Xbox are gonna make another console soon, and to that, I say I'm really done with that because that is so much money that for right now I don't have the willing nilly time to spend for, because I have both the Series X and the PS5. I'm not trying to say that to, stroke my own ego here or boost myself up or anything or glaze myself for being that, like, listen, I'm broke just like the next person, and I was thankful enough to have to own both these consoles loud and proudly. But it's just like I'm not, the top tier consumer that would always buy the new consoles. And for me personally, I still think we should give Series X and PS5 a little more time to still be more so the definitive staple of like the current gen, because when you think of new gen, it would be or current gen, it would just be Series X and PS5, and last gen would be Xbox One, or Xbox One, and then the PlayStation 5 or whatever's. And from the time spent of, like, I think it's like either 2019 or 2020 is when both these consoles released, and it's only been like 4 fucking years. Like, I feel like that's kind of ridiculous. It's like 4 fucking years, and there's already in the talks in the communities that Xbox and PlayStation is going to, make another console again. And it's just like, man, now, like, give it about, like, for me personally, give it about like maybe 4 more years and I'm done. I'll probably be like, you know what, I might buy a new console, because it's just like, I feel like for me, I haven't spent enough time and I haven't gotten like my money's worth fully from playing both these consoles, playing to their maximum capacity, and the service that they provide, and then like the quality of the systems that they are when they play the games and everything. I feel like I haven't fully extended of my use of these consoles. So again, when you're trying to make another one with PS5 Pro, and it's not really technically enhanced, and it's just like not even remotely closely different at all, it's not going to at least bring a consumer like myself to be like, maybe I'll just drop it. But for me, I'm kind of just done with buying, new shit every time that hasn't really expand its lifetime to the fullest extent. And that's what it comes down to, at least for me, for looking at the both PlayStation, Apple, Xbox, and all their technological, devices and everything. Some things just should be some things should be let off a little bit longer to reach its full capacity until it's like time to make some changes and innovate. You know, I don't know. I just find that's been on the talks recently, and it's just like kind of just weird to me that it's so like for Apple it's like a every year thing, that they should just really stop making iPhones every year, if you guys really ask me. And for PlayStation, gotta chill with just trying to make another console when it's so hot and fresh that the PS5 and the Xbox Series X are like new consoles technically. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment sections. If not, that's a-okay with me. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Santigos239, and I hope you all have a wonderful morning, night, evening, whatever the occasion is. Take care, stay safe, and all that good jazz. But anyways, guys, later.